Look at this stuff. Isn't it a disaster? This looks like a scene from like a scary found footage film. Hi guys, alright, so I'm going to be giving you guys a little store tour today. Sorry if you can hear the traffic in the background, the street runs like right here. This is a lovely curtain covering our windows right now so people can't see in, but it does make it have a little bit more of like a scary attic vibe. So, wow, you really can't see that. So right out here is the main street of Richmond. Right over there is the courthouse, and we do have a lovely window that goes all the way down. And inside the window right now we just have some items like displaying so people can kind of see what's going on in here. We also have an opening soon sign. I would be showing you guys like the storefront from the outside, but my dad kind of locked me in. We have a key that like locks from the inside, so I don't have one of those. In this little like window nook here, we just have a crazy looking trunk sitting here right now. This thing literally looks like a pirate's chest or something. It's covered in tin. It's very old and very cool. And now you guys are about to see the what is that word? Pièce de résistance, something like that. The rest of the store, I'm gonna turn it around and you guys will see the disaster that is in front of me. All right, here we go. Oh boy. It is jam-packed right now. There is stuff literally everywhere. We have projects lined up in the center. We got stuff going on all over the place, and I'll just give you guys a quick little tour of everything that's going on in here. So over on this side, we have two big shelves and one little baby shelf in the center, and these eventually are going to store all of our handmade candles. So we make candles, my mom and I, in milk glass and like old vintage looking glass, so this is going to be solely the candle area. Right now we have all sorts of stuff sitting on the shelf, including this angry looking Santa, but this is what our candles kind of look like. So this is a vintage piece of milk glass, and then we just have the 3-wick candle inside, and this is the little top that sits on it to protect it from the dust. And we're gonna hopefully have like a bajillion of, oh dear, I bumped something. Hopefully we're gonna have like a bajillion of those just filling this entire area. So we just have like a lot of projects in this area. This right here is an old cherry desk that somebody just beat the daylights out of. There's nicks and dings all in it, so we're gonna sand it down and paint it and redo it. This over here is going to be an area where we're gonna have like artists and craft people do their thing and put stuff over here. This is actually an old headboard from the 1950s. We just painted it blue. We're gonna display some of the little crafty things that my uncle makes on here. Oh my gosh, I keep falling over everything. This right here is a 12-foot long church pew that was gifted to my mom by one of her friends. It is gigantic and it is never leaving this store unless we close down. This over here is another project. It's just an old door. We're going to take off all like the little plastic bits here, and we're going to add a little shelf, and I think we're going to put like some chicken wire or something in the back here to, you know, make it like a display area. This is a lamp that is also a lady. My mom calls it her lovely lady lamp, and it's currently holding just a mask. This is going to be the checkout area here, and I don't even think it could be my store if I didn't paint at least one wall black. This was originally gray, but it needed to be black. We're also going to put the Apparitions like thing up here, so it's going to say Apparitions in big letters, and then underneath it it's going to have the definition, which is, what is it? The appearance of something remarkable or unexpected, which we thought kind of fit with like the whole vintage thing. You never know what you're gonna find. All of these pieces stacked up here are project pieces that need to be painted and redone. Then over here we've just been like unpacking stuff and like shoving it on shelves. So we have like milk glass vases, some teapots, creamers, things like that. These are all just like stuffed over here until we find a place for them. We have all of our various paints lined up. As you can see, we don't like to pay full price for things. We got all of these on clearance. Here we have just a couple of our more like fancier items. Notice there are only a few that are just a little bit fancier. Apparently my mom and I have like a thing for ladders. We have multiple of them. So these are two just like old wooden ladders. Also, this in here is a bed spring, and it's kind of cool. It has these like little red pieces here, and it's actually going to be, oh dear, it's actually going to be like hung up in this area. We're going to string like Christmas lights through it and hang like vintage postcards and pictures from it, and oh my gosh, I can't stop tripping. It's going to be like hopefully a fun little display, plus it'll kind of block off these two separate rooms. All right, we're going to be moving into the like second portion of the little shop here. This is the back part, this is the front part. I think this front part has like more original stuff underneath these ceilings here, these drop ceilings. There is like 4 more feet or something that go up really, really high, and there's also like old pressed tin on the ceilings, and we've asked our landlord, if we're here like forever, if we can take all this grid down and expose the little tiles at top, because I think it would be really, really cool. On this side though, those tiles don't exist under the ceiling. We kind of like peeked up there to see what was up there, and they don't exist under here. This whole portion here actually used to be a wall, and the previous tenants came in and removed it and did this kind of cool like wood, and like if you can see down here, it kind of looks like, you know, little posts. You can see on the floor like where the original wall used to be, and this was just like a doorway. Over here is one of my favorite things we found recently. This is a very, very old mirror. This has to be like, I don't know, a good 100 years old, but I love the crazy looking paint on it. Like half of it's this blue and the rest of it's all chipped off. I love this mirror. These little like pointy shelves here are all gonna be taken out. There are 3 of them around the store. These are from the previous owner. He actually built them, but we're gonna be donating them to another business that is just opening. Oh, you guys, this sweater, this is one of the ugliest sweaters I've ever seen, but it's vintage and it's kind of cool at the same time. It's like this Pepto-Bismol pink sweater with like little, I don't know what these are, like leather maybe, pieces on it that is bedazzled. I got this at this really nice little ladies yard sale. All right, over here is the only section that we've almost kind of decorated. It's definitely not done yet, but this is going to be an entire reading nook. So all of our vintage books and things are going to be put on these little shelves, just really stacked full. And we have this little chair here, which isn't going to be for sale. This is going to be like the reading nook. People can bring in their coffee from the coffee shop next door and just hang out and flip through some vintage books. This is the little ladder that I started decorating. This thing is actually from 1918 from Europe, and it's a really cool little ladder. I like, oh dear, I like all the details on the sides and things like that, and I'm just going to, my goodness, and I'm just going to stack up some more books and decorations and things on the ladder and have it pretty full. These little wreaths here are actually book wreaths that my mom and I make. We take old vintage books that are kind of falling apart, you know, people are going to throw out, and we turn them into wreaths. We have a few different styles. This one's like nice and fluffy. Then we have this cute little guy, which is really packed. And then around here we have a wreath that is folded in a little bit of a different way to give it more of like a flowery effect. On this super junky area here, we have this credenza, which is like a kind of mid-century modern piece. It weighs 300 pounds or more. It has to weigh more than that. Me, my mom, my dad, and my boyfriend all had to carry this thing, and it was just very heavy. Up above this wall here, there's going to be just a huge collage of all sorts of vintage art and pieces. So this entire wall is going to be covered with just random pictures and photos and paintings. On this wall over here in this section is going to be our like vintage clothing area. We're going to have a cool old rack with like some vintage clothes hanging on it. There's going to be a big golden mirror. Back here we just have some more storage. I think the previous owner actually built these like right here against the wall. When we were moving these 2 shelves that were over here to this wall, it was kind of a process. These things, no joke, weigh like 1 billion pounds, plus how they were built. It was like they built them on the wall themselves, so the wall was their support. So when we took it off the wall, it was like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. If you move just a little bit, like the entire shelf started falling over. So that was a bit of a process just moving those 2 over there. So we're not touching these right here. Back here against this wall, we're not really sure what we're going to do with it yet. Probably just some more storage and things like that. This was initially going to be like a seconds area where we put things that had like little chips and cracks in it, and we're going to sell them for like 50 cents. But I think we're actually going to move our seconds area up the stairs. Alrighty, so moving up to the 2nd floor here. I'm sorry, this video is going to be 1,000,000 minutes long. Oh, it's kind of creepy when it's dark. So this little area here is very echoey. There's some light. And they kind of just left stuff, like the previous owners, like just left things in here. But we're gonna use this, well, we were gonna use this for an office area. That's where this gigantic desk is for. And we're thinking about turning this entire area here into like a seconds area. So pieces of furniture that might be a little like cheaper, you know, things that might be chipped, pieces of clothing with stains on it. And this area would be like, you know, kind of the clearance room, which happens to be my favorite area in any retail establishment. So let me know what you guys think about that idea. My mom and I would love to know your all's thoughts and opinions. Should we just keep this as an office area, or should we turn it into like a little seconds area so there's more places to actually shop? Let me know what you guys think about that. Alrighty, back down the stairs here. Oh boy, that looks like a lot of stuff from this angle. So here we have bathroom number 1. Hello. And then we have a back section here. There's like weird little stairs, and there's a second bathroom in this scary dark area. That's gonna be the bathroom that we use, and that front bathroom will be for customers. So this is just another bathroom. Hi there. In this room here, this is going to be our candle making area and our, ooh, that was a spider web. In this room here, this is going to be our candle making area and kind of like our little office. If we don't use that upstairs room for our office, like all these big shelves and things are gonna come out of here. This one is going to stay though, so we can like set our candles to cure. We're gonna put in a little thing here so we can have our entire like candle making operation running right here. This is also plumbed for a sink, so the landlord might put in a little sink here for us for our making of the candles. I gotta make sure I turn off all the lights. I'm paying for the electricity. All right, back in here, we have another little scary room, but the storage is absolutely amazing. There's storage absolutely everywhere. But yeah, this one's a little bit on the scary side. No big deal though, it has character. So we just have some more very old shelving. This building is super duper old, so there are a lot of like features like this. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and move on down to the basement area. I'm giving you guys like the full-on tour. You're seeing everything today. So the door going into the basement is actually another old door. It has the old hardware and stuff, which I like. And here are the stairs. Oh, that looks ominous. The light's already on, so I guess that's as bright as it's gonna get. The walls are a lovely blue color. This looks like a scene from like a scary found footage film. And here is the entire basement. It opens up quite a bit. We got little rooms everywhere. Underneath all of the crazy blue drywall, this stuff is actually there. So like the stone, and then there's brick at the top. But the previous owner, one of them covered it up. This is a fun room. Is anybody else getting nervous? Where's the lights? Is that it? This won't work. Nope, okay. All right, so this scary looking little dark room here might actually be kind of a lounge area for us. I promise you guys, it doesn't look this scary in real life. We're gonna put like a little TV and couch and stuff down here just as a place to like relax when we're working on projects, when we're here after like store hours and stuff. Also, it's just super fun and jazzy because there's Monopoly money taped to the doors. All right, back into the main section here of the basement. We have projects like ready to go. This bad boy here we found for $8 at the yard sale at the campground, but all the veneer on the top is coming off, so we're gonna figure out what to do with it. But it's pretty cute. It still has its original little casters and stuff. We have an entire like wood shop working area. The previous tenant built this down here and so that we could keep everything. Then we get back in the back and things get a little bit more interesting. There's like what looks to be a chicken coop or something down here. It has like wire and then these shelves. Gosh, why does everything look like a scary movie? And yeah, you can see the original like stone here on the walls and things like that. This is just going to be storage and woodworking and places that we work on projects. Right here is going to be our official sign that hangs outside. It's going to say Apparitions on it. My dad just cut up this board. There's going to be little cutouts. It'll be trimmed in white and the letters on the inside are going to be gold. Me trying to exit the semi-creepy basement just a little bit quickly. Alrighty guys, back upstairs. I forgot to mention that these floors are actually bamboo, so they're a little bit different. So you guys, that is my entire store tour for now. Everything looks a mess. It just looks super junky. The items just don't look very good right now because of how everything is just stacked in here. But hopefully everything will look a bit nicer once it's all put together. I look awful in this lighting also. Look at my forehead wrinkles. Look at this stuff. Isn't it a disaster? Oh, I'm dizzy. Alrighty guys, so that was my entire store tour. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the mess that it is right now. Hopefully when it's all done, or not even hopefully, I am for sure going to be doing another store tour when everything is done, painted, put up, looking much better hopefully, and that will have to be within the next couple of weeks because we open very soon, almost too soon. We hope to be open like August 1st, but we're not really sure about that yet. We're just gonna quietly like open our doors and see if anybody comes in. And then we're going to do a like grand opening sometime down the road. So I'm really, really excited about it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about the entire store in the comments. Do you have any like suggestions? Any suggestions would be absolutely fantastic actually. Stuff we might need, stuff we might want to change, stuff you don't like, stuff we should paint, stuff we should, anything you think about, let me know about it down below in the comments. I just want to say that I absolutely love you guys. You're amazing. You're fantastic. All of you have been so incredibly supportive, like absolutely so incredibly supportive. It just really warms my heart, makes me a little emotional that you guys have just been so great about this, so interested, like so willing to give like feedback and that kind of stuff. Also, thank you so very much for following the store's Instagram. I think that's so very nice of you guys. You're liking the photos and things. Well, the photo that I put up. I promise I will get more photos up very, very soon on that Instagram. You can check it out. I'll leave the link down below. My glasses are fogging up slightly because it's very warm. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work. But just thank you guys so very much for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe if you would not mind. It would mean the absolute world to me. And I just hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!